Hi everyone, so we're going to do the next text structure that we've been learning about. And today is going to be all about a problem solution type of text structure. So let's get into it. All right, so we've been learning in our nonfiction unit so far about all the text structures, and today's focus is going to be on problem solution and not only how to identify that that is the structure of your text, but also how to take notes on it in case you end up needing to take notes for your future reading and projects that you'll be doing. So, today's teaching point is that I can learn from my nonfiction texts by identifying the text structure, problem, solution. And also think about why might an author write the structure of problem solution for their text that they're writing. So maybe they're presenting some type of issue that's common for people, but wants to give them a solution to that issue. So for example, I know you guys probably go on YouTube to look up tutorials of things, right? How to do something. It's probably because you have some kind of issue that you're trying to figure out. Maybe you need directions in your video game or something like that. You have a problem and you're trying to find a solution. So same thing with nonfiction text. That's problem solution. There's some type of issue being presented, but also how to solve that problem. So here's some signal words you might see to help you identify a problem solution text. You might see words like problem, issue, since, as a result, solution, idea, so, leads to, causes. Any of those words might signal problem solution. Just be careful because it can kind of sound similar to cause and effect because that has as a result too. But notice that with problem solution, there is some type of um, solution to the problem. So with cause and effect, there's not usually a solution. It's just like, here are the problems, and this is what happened because of that. So it's a little different. Some tips for you think about, ask yourself, what is the problem of the text? What's being presented to you as the issue? But also, how is that problem being solved? What's the solution? So you want to be looking for a problem and solution while you're reading the text. So here is a problem solution text. So I'm going to read it out loud to you. And while I'm reading, I want you to be thinking about, how do you know that this is a problem solution text? Are there key words here that let us know? Do you see the problem being presented? Do you see solutions being presented? So read with me and listen carefully while I read it out loud. Do you take your dog for a walk, or does your dog take you for a walk? Leash pulling is a common problem with puppies, especially large breeds. Leash pulling can easily lead to your dog getting free of his leash or into trouble. To leash train your dog, you must stop and stand still every time he pulls on the leash. When the dog calms down, praise him, wait a minute, and then begin to walk slowly. The minute he starts pulling again, stop, wait, praise, and then move on. With your patience, your dog will soon learn not to pull on his leash. All right, so you might have been thinking about what was the problem being presented to us here, and what was a possible solution to that. Also, you might have known some signal words that stood out to us that are commonly used. So I saw words like problem and leads to. So those are things that tell us that this is a problem solution text. So now let's look for what is the issue being presented. So in the pink I highlighted, leash pulling is a common problem with puppies. So that's kind of the issue being presented to us. And it even goes further as to describe why that's a problem. It's a problem because it can easily lead to your dog getting free of his leash or into trouble. So the problem and why that's a problem here. I then went and highlighted to see, was there a possible solution? And it does present a solution to this problem. It says that you can leash train your dog, and it even gives you steps of how to do that. So you would stop and stand still. You would praise and wait. Stop, wait, praise. So it's kind of like the steps of doing it. And then it says, with your patience, your dog will learn. So I think that's really key here too, is that this is almost like a repetitive thing for people to have to do, that they really need that patience with their pet in order for this to really be a solution and to actually work, right? So we're going to use this graphic organizer to take some notes on our problem solution type of text structure. So here we go. The problem is that leash pulling can easily lead to our dogs getting free of its leash, and it could possibly potentially get into some trouble. So you would write that as the problem in the text. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in there. You would be writing it or typing it. So leash pulling can easily lead to the dog getting free. That's obviously a problem. We don't want dogs getting loose and into trouble. So what could we do to solve that? Well, the text tells us that dogs can be leash trained, but we have to be patient and we have to be repetitive with these steps they told us, which was to stop, wait, and praise. And they said those words, stop, wait, and praise, a few times. So they really want to reiterate that that's important to keep those steps in order. So to take note of that, I would say for a possible solution, it tells the reader to be patient and leash train your dog by stopping, waiting, and praising. So for that, because this is a lot of text, this has a lot of good stuff in it. But when we're taking notes, we want to, again, like I said before, keep it short and sweet. You don't have to write complete sentences all the time. You don't have to write every single word in the text. Just give the gist of it. And the gist is this, that the solution would be to be patient and just leash train your dog, and giving the steps of how to do that. If you wanted to put a little more details, I could have, for sure. I could have said to stop and wait, stand still. But I'm just keeping it quick and short and easy. All right, so that's how we take notes for problem solution. You present the problem and you give solutions. And sometimes it depends on the text. It might give more than one problem. So I would put another one here if I had to, or it might have more than one solution. So I would list those as well. And in this case, there was really just one of each, but depending on the text that you're reading, there could be more than one of these. All right, so for your job today, to practice this, you're going to do the attached assignment, read the text that is problem solution, and see if you can find the problem and the list of possible solutions. And remember, there might be more than one. It could be one problem and then many solutions, or it could be more than one problem and more than one solution, or only one solution. So it depends, again, on the text that you are reading. And then you can jump into your independent reading time, reading your nonfiction books, and keeping in mind how you can identify a problem solution text and why it's important for us to be learning and reading them.